hot mess. Alright, that's just what I was looking for. Okay. So, I am getting ready to share with you all. I realized that, you know, I've always talked about reading and how I got the children to read and different things that I use beyond Hooked on Phonics. And I shared basically the process of getting my now 4-year-old reading this past year. And I understand that she is 4 and she is exceptional because she started at 3, and not everybody is there with their child. There are those of you with 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds that are just beginning. And so I'm going to share with you my 5-year-old, things that I have done with her, am doing with her. You know, you have to be consistent. Don't rush things, you know. Be consistent, work with them, you know, to keep her skills up and things like that. That's what I've been doing with her, to get her to a work text and a reading book curriculum. So different things, but this is one of the things that they requested, so I pulled it out. This is a great activity. Okay, and this happened to be something I found on Teachers Pay Teachers, and I've shared it before, but this is right along the lines of this video, so that's why I pulled it out right now. Games, you know, simple, to help them out. I'm going to talk about, I've been getting a lot of questions about just reading, children, you know, all ages. I'm not even going to say beginning. There are children that need intervention, you know, 5th and 6th graders. I've, you know, been getting questions about, and I shared the binders and how to use them, and, you know, when to use them. Don't just go from one to the other. I'm going to talk a little bit about sight words in this video, how to use them, but I still have a, you know, the major curriculum that are being used for teaching reading. I still have that video. It's quite heavy, but hopefully this will kind of get, you know, some things across, and you will understand in this video that these are things that we do. The children are already reading. Okay, Hooked on Phonics was the basis. They learned how to decode phonetically. And so the words and things that you will see today, they because they have already learned phonetically and already learned how to decode, that is how they read, you know, those words. They're able to read those words. I don't introduce sight words at all. There's no need for it. If you teach a child phonetically and you know how to decode, they will be able to decode any sight words. It's a misnomer. A lot of people start with sight words thinking that that will help the child. That is actually a hindrance, because they learn just what it says by sight. They are learning to memorize those words. You do not want to teach the child how to read from memory, okay? Because they're not reading. They're just memorizing. They are going to come across words like they, these, what. Those are not actually sight words, okay? They have blends in them, and there are times when you teach those, and they're not going to be able to decode those. Why? Because a lot of those words do not sound, you know, they're not just decodable the way they sound. So that's the reason why I don't recommend teaching, you know, sight words. Those are what I call special words. But I'm going to get a little messy here, and we're going to kind of work on this, and hopefully we won't keep you too long, but I just, you know, I want to be a little bit thorough, so bear with us.
O, and O, and O, and O.
Okay, so you see that she has identified the vowel. We are working with the word family, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know that the middle sound in each one of those words on those cards that you see.
Dog.
Okay, very good. Say, long O says O, right. We usually start with the short vowels, but long O says O and short O says
Ah.
ah. Very good. Okay, so we're working with short vowels. You want to be careful with the things that you use, because a lot of things you will see, and some of the things I have here, but because they know how to read, okay, keep that in mind. You have to be careful. In the beginning, I did not pick each and every sentence out of these sentence strips because there were long vowels in some of the words, okay? Some of the books that are presented that help children read will mix short and long, and that's where the confusion sets in. Okay, so go ahead and start. What is the first word?
Hot.
Okay. Next one. Next one.
That one.
Yes.
Pop.
Last one.
Cop.
Okay, so you want to give them about 4 words, okay? I have shared these things before. You all have seen this with the 3-year-old. I keep kind of this kind of thing in the same. I can split it up now because I have more bags. I have purged. But I'm going to show you what I do with these things in here, okay? So, Teach at Daycare. All of this material comes from her. All of it works together. The way she designed this is amazing because it all works together, and I like that. Sentence strips you can find. Teachers Pay Teachers is a good place. I know the Moffitt Girl sells teacher sentence strips. These are awesome. You can make your own, but these are awesome. I did go ahead and they are by word family. I did make mine different colors, and I did brad them. You don't have to. You can put them in here. I happen to have a standing pocket chart. I prefer this one. Whatever method you have, if it's just a whiteboard or a piece of paper or what have you. Ooh, that light is bright. Use it. I don't like, and I'm going to show you. I keep these in here. And you see one is still in the wrapper. It's been in the wrapper for about 3 years. I only opened one, really, and then I opened this one. These are really flimsy. These are from the Dollar Tree. I don't like these. And so, you know, we'll lay them out on the table, but they don't, the pockets do not hold up. They fall open. So we really don't use these. But if you have them, you know, go ahead and do, if that's the only pocket chart you have. This one happens to be Learning Resources. All right, so you get the child reading, you know, hooked on phonics, the word families, they're familiar, and basically all they're doing is changing the first and the last sound. They know the middle sound, okay? Hooked on phonics, again, there are no pictures, so we don't start with pictures. They don't recognize these words by the picture. These just happen to come with the picture. Some kids need the picture, but I always taught mine without pictures. Okay? It's a lot easier to teach them without the picture. So, once you get them to recognize, obviously these are not in word family order, but that is how we start. If you know Hooked on Phonics, hot, cot, not. So they're beyond that. So, you know, we just kind of fast forward. I have done plenty of those videos with the twins, with the 3-year-old when she was 3, with her when she was 3, and we've had this since she was 3. So this is kind of where I started with her. With this type of material, this is pretty much what everybody has. Some flashcards and pretty standard method across the board, okay? Outside of any other kind of book curriculum or something like that. All right, so you have read all of your words. All right, let's do this.
The pan is hot.
Okay. Will you find me on your card the word hot? Look on your cards. Very good. And so I have sight words, primers, the pre-primers, all of those things come with this, okay? So I have a card that has pan, I have a card that has is, okay? But we are a little more advanced. But it's the same thing. I taught them the same way. I just put up the couple of cards and we learned that way. Okay. Now, okay, it's a little bit different because this is a fry word. It's not really a sight word. Okay. Can you find me the matching card for that word? Very good. Okay. So, again, if you are teaching from sight, this right here is going to be the hang up. And probably 4 in the beginning because they won't know 4. And then look at he. Pay attention to he. That's a long E. Okay. So in the beginning, I did not give them this sentence strip to read. Okay. Because of this. Not that it's a problem, but you will find this in a lot of popular reading curriculums and books. And you're going from long to short, and that's what confuses the child. And it will confuse you too if you don't really pick up on it.
On one butt.
Okay. So I have the card for one and I have the card for on. I just didn't put it up there. But hop B, I think I have hop too. These would be your hang-ups. Okay. Those would be your hang-ups because you're teaching double consonants, which really does not happen until sometimes in the 1st grade. And one is not, one and on look very similar, and sometimes it takes a while for them to make that connection because of the 2 different sounds. So you have to be patient.
I like pop.
Okay, I didn't put the sight word like, the card like up there, but we have like. All right, so I like pop. Will you find me the matching card? Very good. So like would really be the only word that you would have to teach them. Hold on, let me straighten that up.
Got home.
Very good. This will be your hang up. Okay. So in the beginning, we weren't teaching that. I was teaching just the words. Okay. Very simple. Okay. Pay attention. Look at here. You're teaching blends. This is something, again, there's 2 blends. That does not happen usually until the 1st grade. Okay? They throw this in books all the time, in beginning readers, step 1 readers, and that's what causes.
The frog is.
Now go back and look at this again.
The frog is big.
Okay. So it's a special thing in the reading I'm going to get to about this. One of the popular programs that I saw introduced this very early. And that's the reason why I turned that curriculum away, because it just didn't make sense. It did not make sense for them to teach it that early and the way they taught it, as opposed to the whatever else was set up in the beginning of the curriculum. This CK, most of the time, the first word a child will come across is duck. And a 4-year-old, most 4-year-olds do not know the C and the K. You have to teach this. And they don't know that these two, you know, go together and make that one sound. So that becomes a problem. But teach your child to read 100 easy lessons. Teach your child to read in 20 lessons. You have to watch out for that. Very early in the book.
Cop is helpful.
Will you find me the matching card? Very good. Okay.
Cop.
Helpful. You will find help, but not helpful. And we just now started working on help. So, again, you got that FUL, you know. Sometimes late first grade, second grade, they're not getting those endings fully, ing. And you see those in those books, and it's like, okay, we haven't gotten that far yet. So again, that will cause frustration in a child. Sometimes graded readers are not appropriate, and you are probably trying to work too quickly and advance that child. It's okay to stay in kindergarten if they're at, you know, they should be in first grade. If that's where they're reading, that's where they're reading. You know, it's okay. The more you work with them, the repetition, you will build up their fluency and get them to the level that they need to be in. You don't want to make reading something that is too challenging and frustrating.
The pot is full. The pot is full. Pot. 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 The paper. Paper.
Will you find the matching word for me?
Oh.
Remember, we're working for the ah sound. Dot. And.
Dot.
Very good.
Dog. That dog, it looks like a dog has cat ears, but it's brown.
Okay, that
Dog is brown.
yes, it is brown. Okay. I was going to say, I know you know that word, and that word is somewhere in this stack. Big. But that was one of the basic words we had. Yeah, that is a brown dog. I don't know what else we have in here. Alright, now this one is a little more advanced. And if you remember back, frog and fog, she knows the difference. But
In the ball.
very good. The frog is in the bog. Does that make sense? No, but you can read it, right? All right. That's an important thing. Let's see. Sob. Very good. Sob.
So,
Okay, I'm going to show you that one. That one's in there. One more of that.
a boy and a girl and a dog.
Mm-hmm. Now, we're going to get into some more. Hold on.
That made her sob.
Okay.
Sob, sob.
Very good. So she learned.
Sob, sob, sob.
We are just, you know, getting to the blends. The, not the, that, this, then, than. Those are a little bit more you know, more advanced to teach them, especially they, because they're learning E and Y together make the A sound. So some kids are not ready for that until they get around first grade. Made is one of the word cards. It's in here somewhere, but yeah. Now let's see how we tackle this one. We're gonna have to sound this one out because we have EA and we're working on EA. E and A, two vowels together. The first vowel says its name, but this word is actually still tricky. Let's read this sentence.
The log is
Sound it out. He. What letter is this? Say that letter. What is this letter right here? No. Okay, say that word again. Say what you know. He. He. Say that.
heavy.
Very good. So some of them are, you know, some children can figure it out. Those are called the context clues. You teach them to say what they know, and then the rest will come. Okay?
The log is heavy.
Okay? Because the V and the Y, you know, that's tricky to teach them. V and the Y. Just, you know, make the V sound. But again, you will see these in those readers, and children are not able to decode these words like this.
It looks green.
It looks green.
And the word, and it looks job.
Let you see what's in here. I said we're not really. This will be your hang up because you have that IR. Okay, IR. You don't want to give an early reader that. Some of those we are working on, but I have the cards pulled out already. So that's why you will see. Mob of people. That's the one for this one.
That's a job carrying a cup.
You know, down. We have worked on down. Let me pull those out of there. Okay. All right. Some of them we are working on the words individually. All right. Let's go.
I
Got
got the job.
Find me the match. Very good.
Cup.
Very good.
One of the
Okay, here's our last one. Let's read. Oh, yeah.
I like corn on the cob.
Very good. Very good.
Corn on the cob.
So,
Corn on the cob.
Obviously, I would not give her all of that in one day.
Corn on the cob.
You work with 4 or 5 words,
Corn on the cob. Corn on the cob.
okay? After they have learned by word family. 4 or 5 days, you know, you 4 or 5 a day, and then you pull up these and you can mix them up and, you know, do them out of order if you want to, and that works. But the same thing, I'm not going to go through all of these. I have one more little demonstration. We have you. I have the cards for a lot of these also. Okay, but you see, you have to be very careful. You see my in there. So, okay, we have a picture of Jug, a card with Jug, all that kind of stuff. And we have E. Okay, and we have I. Strip. O.
And
Okay, I. And we have A.
big.
What does this say?
I love my dad.
Very good. So, yellow, didn't you just work on, oops, I said the word, but didn't you just work on this today? Didn't you just work on this word today?
Yeah.
So this is also the same thing, part of this curriculum. So her, all of it works together. Okay, these are, there you go. So it's a couple different things, little activities I throw in. Okay, because the rest of these words they already know. They already know these words. And it just, you know, it's one more. Don't, contraction. But they know tap, they know the. Glass, you have to be careful because there's blend and there's double consonants. They should be able to decode it though once they learn and you teach them phonetically. So, and then we have, I think I wanted to show you guys the sentence strips. Simple sentences. There's a set 1 and set 2, and there's a difference. But I need to reset. Okay. Let me take these cards back out, and I will set this up and be right back. Okay, you ready to help? All right, Zion and Aliyah. How old are you?
4.
All right.
I bought
Okay.
4.
Our first sentence says,
4 comes after 5. I'm 4 and you're 5.
let's read our first sentence.
I am big.
Will you
I am big.
find me the match? Very good.
It's right there.
Okay,
Big pig.
here we go. Yes, big pig rhyme.
Yeah. I go to school.
All right, and so you have a blend and the double consonant, so be careful. All right, find me some matches. I see 2 matches up here,
What's school?
or 3 matches maybe. Not school.
I don't see the match blue.
Okay, but are we on the blue sentence yet? No. How about, will you find the word go?
There.
Do you see another one? How about,
It's right
very
there.
good. How about 2? Okay, very good. All right, next sentence says,
Next one, like red. I like red.
you like red. Do you see any of those matches here? What does that say?
Red. Red.
Very good.
It's red.
Let's read this one. Read the next sentence.
I like blue. I like blue. Blue. Right there. George likes blue. And when he tried to say berry, but she says berry.
Okay. Next sentence.
I
Uh,
can read.
where? No, this is not I can. I know what you were thinking. These are not the readers. These are sentence strips. I can.
Run.
Very good, Zai. Oh, you found a match. Okay.
I found it.
Remember, we have that in our short U CVC words. We have the run card that has a picture. All right. Put your foot down.
See me.
All right. Zai?
Me.
Okay. Do you see any more matches? And what is that?
See.
So, see me. Can you find come? Very good.
It's up there. Can you find?
Read the next one.
I can.
And where do you see can? Don't read through the paper. I
Am fun.
put the ending on it.
Fun.
Fun what? Oh, you found the word.
F-U-N-Y. Fun.
Fun what? Not, this is not fun. This is fun, right? Fun. Yes. Very good. Remember I said pay attention.
Funny.
Pay attention
That's
to the endings.
Funny.
Okay. Hold on to read. Where's your read it? You already looking for the word. What is?
Here.
Okay, what is the word? Down. What is this word? Okay, and we were working on this word today.
Where is
See, this is our activity. Separate vlog. But here's her. For here. All right. What did I want to say? Look at here. Where's come? Where's down? Where's here?
No, that's C.
Where's here? Where's the word here? The word that you colored today. Very good. Okay, here's this tricky word again.
A tricky word. A tricky word.
Is that?
Blue.
Sit down so you don't fall over.
Car.
Very good.
One blue car.
Okay. Will you find me some matches? Find me some word card matches.
Okay. I see.
Do you see the word one, Zion?
Yes.
Where's one?
One.
Where's blue?
Blue.
Very good.
I get that.
All right, let's read this one. Let's not put any more statues right here for a minute.
The pig is big.
Will you find me one of those word cards up here?
Big.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Pig and big one.
They do.
They're cuddling up.
Okay.
The yellow sun.
Very good. Will you find me a match? Did I put the match up here? Maybe I didn't put yellow up here. It's in here somewhere, but we do have yellow.
They're making noise.
Yes, they are making noise. I neglected to put yellow in here.
More. Two for us. Leah.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. You have to hold it like that.
There we
There's
go.
a number.
Find me the match.
Just the number.
Where's the match?
And it was those don't go in the
Zion.
story.
Zion, do you see the word yellow? Be careful. Very good. All right, let's read this
It's okay.
sentence. Let's read this sentence.
Go. I wear my hair like a and
You will get that in a minute.
but
Read.
go away.
All right, do you see any of those matches up here on your word cards? You have 2 words.
Go. I see the word away.
You see the word away? Where is it? Very good, Zai.
Away.
All right.
Go away.
Uh-huh.
Go away.
Next sentence.
C-I-C-A.
B-U-S.
Bus.
Very good.
I see a bus.
You know this one.
Like pizza. I like pizza. Me too.
Now, there's this tricky word again we've been learning. There. And this other tricky word, are.
R.
T-H-R-E-E.
3. Where's the word 3?
Just a minute, we'll find it. D-O-G-S.
Dogs.
Very good. Do you see the word 3? Do you see the word 3? Do you see it, Zion? Where's the word 3? Look here. Look here. 3. Do you see the word 3? Very good. Be careful.
I feel sad.
Okay.
I feel sad.
How about this one?
I think I'm tired. Nope. I'm tired. I feel happy.
The sentence.
I like to read.
Okay.
You. Play.
Where's the match to that? Where's the match to that sentence? The matching card. Find me one of the words. Play and play. Very good. Because I only put one. And then I think that's probably the last one. You are nice. And this one again, this is a very tricky one because you have this blend. Okay, and I'm going to talk about this right here. Just the word tree in itself. It's a whole deal around this. Flashcards, just the alphabet cards.
A rainbow.
The tree is tall. My
Car is green.
green. My car is A and Y together, remember? Gray. A and Y together, gray. All right. You didn't look at that well, but that's okay. All right. And this is not one that I would normally demonstrate, but my
house is white.
Okay.
That.
And this is another one because you have the O and the Y. This combination you don't want to give a beginning reader toy. The toy.
The toy. The toy is small.
All right. So I'm not going to go through the second set. But that's kind of, you know, like I said, a good thing that you can do if you have to make these strips up yourself. But it helps to, yes, you may go get some crackers. Very good. Thank you very much. It helps to have same. Okay, so you want to make sure you're working on the same level of sight words, whether it's the primer or the pre-primer, and there's a mix in this stash. And these I'm just going to run through here really quickly, but they are a little bit more advanced because you have fast. You wouldn't want to give a early reader these types of combinations. The cat ran, and leave it at that. The dog is. Then you want to work in brown because you have BR and then you have OW. That's a little bit hard for little ones to get those digraphs and all of that. I have 2 pets. I have pet, not pets, pet. That's all you want to give them. Work in the 2 because obviously 2, 2, and 2, that's a lot right there. I can ride my bike. I can my, and leave it at that. I like to, okay, because you have ing. Hooked on Phonics teaches all of this really early, so we don't have to worry about it. Saw is another one. A frog is a blend, but most times they can distinguish, mine can distinguish, we had the fog word up here, so they can distinguish frog from fog. Boy, O-Y, funny. The is fun. That's where you want to keep that. Cloud, way later, okay? White, also, once they know how to read. Bird, later, okay? That IR right there. Fly is one you want to teach a little bit later because they need to know that first you have the FL and then the Y makes the I sound. It's a little bit tricky. That book is big. We just now with the 4-year-old, she's on these OO.
More. I want
words.
more.
Okay, just a minute.
I want more crackers.
Double consonants. The only word a child may be able to read out of here is, and that's fine. Pretty, we taught, I think, when they were, the twins, I think I taught them when they were 5. They learned pretty. Because they would come across it. This is not even a sight word. So they learned to decode this word because it was a word at the level that they were reading. But again, you will see this in an early reader and a child has no idea what to do with it. 4. Okay. Tree. Green they should get because that is a pre-primer or a primer sight word. 1 spot. It is not time because that's a long vowel sound. Play, you saw play up here, so every other word except time. Eat, long E. Truck, T-R-C-K. O-U, only the words that they can identify. He ate all of the apple. Now some kids will learn apple very quickly like a sight word, and that's fine. And I think I taught 8. 8, kind of after at, they kind of picked up on it. Some kids are not ready for that. She and he are tricky. I teach them together. Is going. They will know go, but they will not know going, and they will not know sleep. 2, T-O-O, and small. The bat is gray. Dress. Pink is one that they will know because usually they learn all the colors together. Her hair, very tricky, is long. Okay. So just kind of be careful. You have to go and really find two things that you're looking for. You cannot take someone's word for it when they show you what they're using.
Can we get some more?
Let's see, compound words. And see, ironically, they have already gotten the compound words. They compound everything. Toilet plus paper. We don't even have that card. But they got the compound word thing learning with the twins. So, yeah, this is fairly easy. I don't have to go through that, teaching that again when it comes to the 4 and the 5-year-old. And these are very, I never find this out, but they're very heavy. Okay, very heavy. You can write on them, you know, because they're laminated. And I purchased mine already laminated and cut and everything. This is how they arrived. She sent them. I asked her to do me a custom order. This was a custom order because when you go into the store on eBay or on the site, you're going to find individually. I asked her to bundle all of this in one bundle. So we play all sorts of games. We add in make sentences, you know, our own sentences. And I had them go away, you know, sometimes I'll do things like that. Just play little word games. I'll give them a couple, say, hey, make me a sentence. And I'll give them a card, you know, and that's just how we do it. I sit, you know, and then you may want to go on to I sit here, I sit there, come sit here. I've shared all of this. And the little ones, you know, reading video. I would put maybe I and or the, you know, is it the apple? Is it a apple? You know, that type of thing. And let them, you know, 2-word sentences. So that's pretty much rib. Another one you wouldn't normally see, but these are all words that coincide with Hooked on Phonics. So we do our Hooked on Phonics lessons. I pull out the cards. There's a picture on the card because in Hooked on Phonics there's no picture, the original version. So they have already learned how to read the word. They don't need the picture, but it's nice to see a picture. If you have ones that really need the picture, go ahead and use the picture. But if you really want to measure if they are reading the words versus just looking at the picture, you need to find something without a picture. Picture word clues are great at the right time. Hopefully I have been, you know, thorough enough in explaining how to teach pretty much sight words and, you know, which words and how to teach them. If there are any more questions, please feel free. Like I said, I have, you know, a lot of this is a repeat, but I know I have some people that have not seen. There's probably already a video that I've done, like the fry words. I've talked about where to get them from and why they're more commonly used in sight words. So I will give you that video if you ask for it. I may not remember to link it, but I just thought I would go from this point. Like I said, I had been using my 3-year-old, now 4-year-old as an example. I just showed you my 5-year-old, almost 6-year-old. You know, as far as what I'm doing with her, the binders, just all sorts of things. They're already into curriculum. So I did not introduce any type of reading curriculum with them until they went through Hooked on Phonics and mastered pretty much all of Hooked on Phonics. Sorry, I'm making noise, but oops. This is what we use for reading. So, and I have done the walkthrough through these books and shown these books. You know, Hungry. She's passed the story, but a lot of these words, and this is level 1. A lot of these words are not just sight words, so you really have to be careful when giving these words. And there's some yes, you know, you may, like I said, you may get long vowels, short vowels in a mixture of a sentence, and you don't realize that until the child is reading and they don't understand, because you've only taught them short vowels. So, like no, oh, that's a long vowel. Okay, but it can be taught. So it is a sight word. Oh, I can't, let me see where she is in here. She's almost done in this book, actually. I don't know where her bookmark is, if it's even in here. I'm pretty sure if I pulled up her book, her workbook, I'd be able to tell you, but it is a process. And also the 4-year-old is on a level 1-3 or 1-2. So she's doing, and they also do the work text. If they didn't know any of this, I would not give them this. They would just use this. Okay? Because there are words in here that they wouldn't even understand. They wouldn't know what to do with them. For instance, you know, I talked about the blends and the digraphs. You know, this is very far. 68. I think there's only 90 pages in this book. So this is very far into this, and this is first grade. So that's what happens. A lot of times you're teaching things too soon. They're introduced too soon. This is introduced in Hooked on Phonics in book 2, which goes very, very quickly. So that is the reason how I got 3-year-olds so far advanced in reading. Their reading levels, you know, they're reading chapter books at 4 years old. So, a couple of them. But yeah, you don't want to rush them too fast, because came, no, out, there she, there. Okay? So that's why I said we're just now at there. She's not even this far in the book, but there doesn't come up in this book until here. So obviously this has been well laid out. You know, pay attention to the instructions in the books and the things in the curriculum. Don't modify a curriculum, especially a reading curriculum. So a lot of programs I couldn't even find the, you know, the blends and the digraphs and things like that. I couldn't. That's why this is core, because it does everything I need it to. So if you run across them on eBay or, you know, the Goodwill or thrift store or what have you, these are core. You need to make sure you have the reading books to go along with them, though. But this really does a lot. This is more than reading. There's language arts, there's grammar, there's phonics, and it's repetitive, necessary repetitiveness. Okay, some of it, you know, you find things that are not necessary, but this actually works. So, and I know many of you, we have all grown up in school and used either Scott Forsman or Houghton Mifflin, and this is what we did, and we're fine. So, yeah. Don't sleep on the unpopular curriculum. Don't always fall for the fluff reading curriculum. Leave me your thoughts and comments. Let me know if I can link you into any other videos. Bye.